nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two. Are you ready?
Uh-huh. It's Drea Nicole. Well, are you ready?
Yo, Doc, where you at?
So get ready. Let's go.
Star Killer, yeah.
Hey, 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 hey. It's your girl, Drea Nicole, back again on another Friday night. Cause I had to do it. I just had to do it. And you know what, y'all? This has been a great week, a very low key week. So low key that I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about for real. We about to freestyle this thing for real. This is going to be a real freestyle Friday because yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm here because why? I had to do it. I had to do it. I got the airtime. I'm here. So I hope everybody had a great week. I'm over here. Look, I'm over here fishing for stuff to talk about. I hope everybody had a great week and been doing their thing. A nice productive week. My week has been good. Um, there was one thing, with my I guess I don't know. I want to say real job or day job or whatever, but there was one thing with my job. Is it just me or like if you get a random email from your supervisor, you automatically start being like, oh shit, here we go. Here go the bullshit. Right. So on Wednesday, I get one of those random emails. And then they play back in the email because, I answer phones and stuff. So in the email, they put a clip of a phone call that I had with a customer, with a member. And it was like, yeah, let me know how you could have done this call better. Let me know how you feel about this call. This and that. She gave me like 4 questions to answer, right? So I was sitting there like, Lord, what did I say on this call? Because y'all know, sometimes I ain't right. Sometimes I ain't right. And or sometimes I be dead ass right in the wrong way. I'll say that. And so I was like, Lord, what did I say on this phone call? So the call, it was it was a man and he was like, you know, um, I received a big bill and I want to know why is my bill so high or whatever. I was in the hospital, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. So what's the date of service? I don't know. You don't know when you was in the hospital? Don't look, I'm just give this a note to everybody, right? So if you calling on a claim, whether it's health insurance, car insurance, um, anything, but you calling on a specific amount for a specific event, have the date. How often are you hospitalized that you can't remember when you was in the hospital? But I digress. So I was like, all right. So I go to the claims and I look and I do see a large claim. Um, but I do see that the health insurance paid most of it. So I was like, well, maybe he don't know that aspect. Because sometimes these hospitals or whatever, they will um charge you the full bill and forget to run your insurance. I'm gonna say forget to run your insurance and then try to charge you for the whole bill. So I was like, well, I see a claim here, blah, 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 $73,000. Claim came in at $73,000. I was like, yeah, but um, first we gave you a discount because the providers in network, yay, you got a discount, brought it down to like 20 something thousand dollars. And No, I think it was more than that. I think it was like $30,000 or whatever the discount brought it down to. And then your insurance paid out of 30,000, your insurance paid like 28 and change. And so basically what it boiled down to that his portion of a $73,000 bill was less than $2,000. And this man was flipping. This man flipped the fuck out on me. And I was like, and so he's like, what do I got insurance for? If I still gotta pay, da da da. Bro, you got insurance because without insurance, you would have been paying $73,000. Like, count your blessings. Keep it moving. Like, I don't understand why you beefing so hard. And then that's just what the insurance say you pay, but you can always call a provider and negotiate. I've seen people do that all the time. So it's like, I don't know. So this is the phone call that I got an email about, and it was like, "What could you have done better?" Because after I told him what the price was, and he flipped out on me, I got stuck. So I just kept quiet because if I would have spoke in that moment, I don't know what would have came out. I don't know what would have came out. Nicole would have been straight out the window, and Nikki would have showed up, and so I was just like, "So, do you want me to go over the other claims for that day?" Like, I don't know what else to say to you. So I was like, "You want me to go over the other claims for that day?" And he's like, "This is bullshit," and he hangs up. So now here come my supervisor asking me, how can I do that better? What the fuck was I supposed to do? I can't change the claim for him. Nothing I say is gonna make that amount less. Nothing I say is gonna do anything for it. But what it did, all I did was recite what I saw in front of me. What was I going to say to make this man happy besides we'll pay the rest? Which I know we wouldn't pay the rest. So, child, I had a whole meeting behind that shit. Oh, don't take this as being reprimanded. This is just coaching. I was like, okay. I was like, well, you could have um just told him, oh, I understand how you feel, but I didn't. I didn't understand how he felt. Like what I do understand is that I know, sometimes people have financial situations and this, that, and the other. So maybe even though the claim was under $2,000 once all the deductions came off or whatever, that $2,000 may have still been a lot for him. And I get it. I get it. I get it. But sometimes you just have to count your blessings because it could have been a $73,000 claim. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And then flipping out on me ain't gonna make it no better because you still owe the 2,000. So I had to sit there in a meeting over something I had no control over something that nothing that I would have said would have changed. But okay, if y'all say so. People act like we in this like cookie cutter world. I'm just proud of myself that I didn't flip out because I've given some people the business, and I'm so glad that they never pulled those calls. I'm so glad they never pulled those calls on me because I don't. Mm, yep, yep. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Cause yep, I've given people the business, but I don't know. I don't know. I think everything has a perspective, and I want to believe that he thought about it later and you know calmed down or whatever. But salute to you. Anyway, let's get into some housekeeping. That was my week, y'all. Let's get into some housekeeping. As y'all know, I am a part of a few projects, and I am part of a production company, Back to Basics, with Lily Mae and Dominique Perry, or should I say Dominique and Lily Mae Perry? Supposed to say supposed to say the man first, right? Yeah. Um, and a slew of others, and we got the movies Full Figure Flings, Full Figure Flings 1 and 2. One is about to premiere at the end of is it end of October? At the end of October, we're going to have a premiere at Juicy Crab in Midtown. We're going to do karaoke that night. It's going to be a full blast. So once I post the information on my web pages, Drea Nicole NYC on everything, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, had to do a podcast. Had to do it. Don't have a TikTok. We about to get a TikTok, but we on Instagram, Facebook. I'm gonna post it in there. Put up. You'll get to meet the cast. You'll get to meet me in person if I haven't met you already. And we are just gonna have a great, great, great night. We are in pre-production for part 2, Full Figure Flings 2, where I have more of a role and I'm more singing in part 2. I don't want to tell the story, but I'm kind of sprinkled in there in part 1, and then my sprinkling makes sense once you see part 2. So you got to see both of them to get the full picture. I'm just saying. We're gonna start off with part 1, right? And so, DC, we're gonna bring up the trailer for Full Figured Flings. Bless your heart and all your parts.
In an industry built on image, two plus-size black models take a fearless stand against their fashion agency's colorist agenda with a jaw-dropping act on the runway. But as their defiance makes a
Faith is the substance of things hoped for.
reemerge from the shadows, threatening to unravel their hard-won sisterhood. Raw, rebellious, and unapologetically bold, Full Figured Flames is a fierce, emotional ride through betrayal, identity, and the high cost of truth.
Yes, yes. I'm telling y'all, there is drama, there is funny, there is a little bit of everything in there. Suspense, like what's gonna happen next? There's a little bit of everything in there, and I'm just so honored to be part of such a amazing thing. I've seen it before it was what it is as far as Back to Basics Productions, and I'm just so proud of everybody's growth, um, everybody's due diligence in what they do and the role that they play. And it's just amazing. And then we do a lot of the casting from within. So the makeup artist has a role, the freaking lighting people are also characters and stuff like that. Hell, one of the heads of Back to Basics is one of the actresses. You know what I'm saying? The freaking videographer has music in the movie. So it's like we do everything from within. We're truly like a family oriented thing, because family ain't necessarily your blood. Family is sometimes the people that you pick, and we all chose each other. And it's just been an amazing journey. I'm excited to see what happens next. And yeah, we're gonna be doing the damn thing. What they do now? Clock it. Clock it. We're gonna be doing the damn thing. Clock it. So that is Full Figured Flings. Then we have Vows and Vendettas, formerly known as Jubilee Amore, which is another one. I have my cameos in it, but I don't have a speaking role in it. But my music is all through that thing. So if you want to hear what my first album sound like, boom, you can watch the movie, or you can just go and cop the album because it is available everywhere. Shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. But here goes the trailer for Jubilee Amore. Oh, sorry, Vows and Vendettas.
Well, let's cheers. Shall we all find our husbands?
Yes, to the men, girl, to the men.
But when a man knows what he wants, he goes after it.
Lord, please don't let me fuck this up.
Maybe I have to try a different approach.
You know what? Approach is definitely everything. I mean, hell, you do have to be approachable.
So you're stalking me now?
And we meet again.
But I guess that's what happens when you live in that dad and that husband life.
Bro, no one told you to go and settle down and get married and shit.
We're supposed to be the fly guys, living life, traveling the world, smashing all these international baddies.
Enjoy your Mr. Perfect and hit me up when you get back from Disneyland.
And you call me when hell gets too hot.
The woman would kill to have you as theirs.
Yes, yeah. Clock it, clock it. Did y'all see me? Did y'all see me in the trailer? Did y'all see me? The leopard print dress that what in the club scene? I'm just saying that was me, y'all. That was me. Shout out to Naomi Bondman for directing, writing, and directing such a great and positive film. You know, that was the first that movie was the first taste that I had of being a part of a production team. I was more production on that movie. I was an assistant to the director. I was an assistant to I was the what was it? I was the script manager. So like if people forgot their lines, I'm standing on the side with the script, making sure people stay on their lines, helping with sound, helping with the look, anything looks out of place or anything like that. Like so that was my first taste of um being part of a production team. And I like it. Like you don't have to be in front of the camera all the time. They just needed extras to fill the scene. So I was like, it was like, bring something club like so you could fill in the club scene. All right, cool. But definitely go cop that one on Amazon Prime. It is on Amazon Prime. Cop that one, cop that one. Watch it. I watched it. I bought it. And I watched it. I don't care if I'm a part of it and I have access to it. I could have access to it for nothing, right? But no, I'm supporting the movement. I bought it. I watch it. And it's a good time, y'all. It's a good time. So, Thousand Vendettas, Full Figured Flings. Follow me on all social media. Follow Back to Basics Production. Follow Full Figured Flings. Hashtag Full Figured Flings. If you a plus size beauty, put Full Figured Flings in your hashtag when you post up them pretty pictures and stuff like that. Like, let's just make it a movement. Let's make it a movement. Beauty comes in all sizes. And it's crazy how we're still looking for the world to recognize that. You should recognize that by now. Like, do you know that if Marilyn Monroe was coming up today, she would be considered plus size? Just let that marinate a little bit. But anywho, I think I know what I want to talk about. You see, sometimes you just got to start talking and then things will come to you. And so I got to talk about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj beefing. I got to talk about them beefing because I'm a New Yorker. This is Queens and the Bronx beefing right now. And it's like bananas to me. So apparently, they had beef in the past, right? And I thought they squashed that. I thought that was squashed years ago, like at the Met Gala. They was caught talking with each other, I believe, when Cardi B was pregnant with Culture. And I thought they squashed that, but apparently the beef resurfaced. And honestly, I feel like there's some sort of jealousy involved because I don't really understand why Nicki Minaj felt so compelled to speak on that woman or to speak ill about her because wasn't nobody looking for her. Wasn't nobody looking for her to say anything or anything like that. Like Cardi B released her album. I listened to the album. Do I like the whole album? No. There's like about 3 or 4 solid tracks on there that I really like. But I'm not really is some of the tracks is just not my cup of tea. But some of them are dope. Like the one with Lizzo, love it. The one with the sample from Janet Pleasure Principle. It's the principle, the principle. I love it. Love it. Um but yeah, and there's what is it about a man or man of your word or something like that? I like that one too. So it's a solid album. Everybody can't do or don't do bangers from beginning to end. Like that's very hard to do these days. Nobody really does that. Um, but yeah, so my thing is, why did she feel compelled to try to bring this woman down or to speak ill about her? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Um, you have your own successes and nobody ever takes that away from you. So why do you consistently try to take it away from other people? Like you had beef with Little Kim. You for some reason you wasn't giving Kim her flowers or whatever, but you was mimicking her like hard body. Ray Charles could see that shit. Like, but then that turned into a beef. And now you beefing like you always beefing. What I really feel like it's one of those things that how people say any publicity is good publicity because it gets people to talk. Because look, here I'm talking about it right now. When have y'all ever known me to talk about Nicki Minaj or Cardi B? Like, but I'm talking about it now. So like, I just feel like these things is done. Like she do these things to try to keep herself relevant. It's almost like forcing people to speak about you, which is so wild. It's so wild to me. But apparently she says something crazy. And Cardi, okay, New York females, good, bad, and different, right or wrong, we are not going to shut up. Or we're not going to take things lightly. Guarantee you're going to get a response. From like 90% of us, you're going to get a response. Yeah. So, of course, Cardi B responds and back and forth. I think I heard something that Nicki Minaj has backed up, but now she's going after other people that spoke on the subject. Like she's went after the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne, Just Hilarious. Like she went after them because they spoke about it. They didn't even really say nothing crazy about her. And kind of saying the same thing I'm saying. Like, why? What was the point? What was the reason? And I really think the reason is because nobody talks about her. So she talks about people to make people talk about her. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. But it is what it is. Godspeed, sis. I, yeah. That was just crazy to me. I was like, what? Why? But good news about Cardi B's album. Cardi B is breaking records, right? Cool. Great. Love that for you. But here's the highlight of her album for me. I probably mentioned it on the show before, but I am a super duper hyper Janet Jackson fan. Right? I just love her. Loved her for years. And with Cardi using a Janet sample, and the song says featuring Janet Jackson, right? The song says featuring Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson done broke records. She is the only female artist to hit the Billboard Top 100 in 5 different decades. That means the past 5 decades, the past 50 years, she has charted at least once every 10 years. At least once. Because we know in some of the early years, it was more than once that she charted, but she's charted in every decade for the past 5 decades. Can we, like, dead ass give it up for her? Can we give it up for her? That is some amazing shit. That's some shit that only the Jacksons could do. I don't think anybody else is gonna come along and do that. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't. So me and my son Kev, we talk all the time, and we both love music, and we be in the car jamming. That boy has an old soul. He has an old soul and a new soul. So like his playlist is crazy because it's a little bit of me and a little bit of him throughout his playlist. And but we both love the Jacksons. They also started very, very young professionally. Right, right. Exactly, Amanda. They all started very, very young. So with that being said, right, I thought about it and I'm like, Michael Jackson, right? He had a career in my grandmother's time. I mean, in my grandmother's later years, but my grandmother's time, my mom's time, my time, my oldest son time, my younger son, right, Kev, the one that's y'all hear in the background and stuff like that all the time. He's a super duper Michael Jackson fan. He was 3 when Michael Jackson passed, and he is still a Michael Jackson super fan. Mike can't do no wrong in his eyes. Like, he's still a Michael Jackson super fan. I mean, that's due to me or whatever. My mom's first concert was a Jackson 5 concert. Like, They don't make this, you can't make this shit up. They don't make careers like that anymore. People come and go so fast. People don't understand about reinventing themselves. You know who's probably next in line, probably to, well, I can't say that she charted every decade or anything like that, but long lasting careers, Madonna. Madonna. I think Usher is on that path. He started out very young as well. He started out very young and didn't get older and crazy. Cause child, some of these child stars lose it when they get older. But he didn't. And some people will say that Mike did. I don't know. Those things is still left to learn because like even Bill Cosby got more caught up than Mike did. Like Mike got let off and let go every time. Is it because he's Michael Jackson or were they just targeting him because he's Michael Jackson? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, yes. I do like Lionel Richie. Girl, girl. When I tell you all night long was my shit when I was younger, when I was little, all night long. And then DeBarge with Rhythm of the Night. Those two songs, you couldn't tell me nothing about those two songs. But I do think that Usher is like on that path of just that star that like kept their shit. And I mean, and we all know maybe Beyonce is on that path too. I don't see her like fully fizzing out anytime soon, you know. So okay, maybe we have a couple of them, but I'm just glad to see, you know, people from I guess my era. Well, Usher and Beyonce is my era, but I don't know. I just love the Jacksons. I just love the Jacksons. I was such a Jackson super fan. I had every album.
I have a question. If you
Yes.
had to pick a new artist that you thought could go as far as the people you're naming off, including your fans, who would you pick?
A new artist? How new? Because I kind of said the two that I feel like
You know,
could
young,
probably do it.
like Michael Jackson young, like Lionel Richie young, like Diana Ross young. They all started when they were teenagers. What teenager
Yeah,
do you think can go right now?
none. No teenagers now. Not a one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not a one. Y'all more about coming up on a gimmick. That's why everybody sounds alike. Because somebody comes out with a new sound and then somebody like it and then everybody mimics it. Nobody tries to do their own thing. It's just like in the early 2000s, I was getting so annoyed that after it just I'm even before the 2000s, I'm gonna say in the 90s, I got so annoyed that because Mary J. Blige came out with blonde hair, now everybody felt like they needed to have blonde hair. Every female that came out after Mary for a good while had blonde hair. And I was like, why do y'all have to try to make cookie cutter template? Just like do your own thing. That's create lanes. Don't just always fall into a lane, create a lane. You know what I'm saying? That's what I give Beyonce her respect for because she creates lanes. She don't really sound like anybody else. She don't sound like anybody else. Her music doesn't sound like anybody else. You listen to her album and you're getting all different types of flavors of songs. And I like that. You know, Usher don't sound like anybody else. You could tell when an Usher song come on and he's not afraid to just keep it on repeat. Like, he's like, this is my lane. This is what I'm good at. I'm the sexy nigga with the cherries. This is what I'm good at. This is what I do. You know, like, I don't know. And even with all his crazy and his faults, Chris Brown is a great entertainer. And he started off as a teenager, you know. So maybe, and so did Usher. Usher started off, it was a little when he started off, you know. Beyonce started off as a teenager, but I don't see any teenagers now popping off like that. I could see that too, Walter. I could definitely see that too. Um, I could see her stepping back and maybe pushing up her children's careers if they choose to have them. I feel like, I don't know if it's going to be in singing, but I feel like Blue Ivy is definitely going to be um, doing bigger things. I'm getting more acting vibe from Blue Ivy. Uh, but we'll see. I see her wholeheartedly, you know, falling back into the mom thing or whatever. But then again, when you're an entertainer like that, it's kind of hard to step away. I feel like there'll be a holiday album. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like there will be a holiday album. But for her to fully step away, I don't think she would ever fully step away. She would step away for a little while and then pop back out with something. Like she's about to do a disco album, a freaking techno album, or some shit. I don't put anything past her. I don't put anything past. That's another thing. So we've had all we've had these black country artists that was coming up before Beyonce came out with her album, right? They was coming up, they was doing their thing. Beyonce come out with hers, and now all of a sudden everybody want to do freaking country. Why does Neo have a country song? Yeah, absolutely, Amanda. But why does Neo have a country song? Now, Neo is a writer, and I love his writing, and I feel like he could write anything. But why all of a sudden you on this wave? Because you saw Beyonce made a little bit of money. Now everybody want to jump on this wave. It's the blonde hair thing all over again. It's the blonde hair thing all over again. It's just like Pop Smoke came out with his flow and came out with the woo, and nobody was doing a flow like that before. And then you get a whole bunch of motherfuckers doing the same flow. Bunch of bandwagon jumpers, and then that's why you get one hit wonders. Y'all don't music, art, the arts, period. Music, drawing, dancing, the arts are for the creatives. We got a bunch of people mimicking, not enough people creating. That's it. That was a jewel. That was a jewel right there. That's supposed to be for the creatives, for you to create, not mimic. Create. And when you create, and when you create from the heart, it transcends across to everybody. Michael Jackson transcended across to everybody. People didn't know English, but they knew his music. Music transcends when it's done right, when it's done from the heart, when it's done genuinely. It transcends. language. It transcends cultures. It just, man, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started when it comes to music. For not knowing what I was gonna talk about, I'm dropping some, just like, for real. For real. Because, like, okay, so me and Kev, we be watching movies and stuff, right? And so I love music. And there's always a song in a movie that I know. Like earlier today, we was watching, they did a new version of Naked Gun, right? With Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. It was funny to me because I remember the original, right? So it was funny to me. Kevin was like, this is stupid. This is way too stupid. Me, it was a nostalgia thing because I remember the original. So with Priscilla Presley or whatever. So, but um there's this song, and we can build this thing together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Kevin was looking at me like, why do you know this song? Because good music transcends. Like, it doesn't matter if it's soft rock, hard rock, because, like, I like Into the Sandman. That's my, anyway, that's my other side. And Alanis Morissette and Billy Joel and freaking Phil Collins and freaking Elton John. Like, this is music that I like because good music transcends. Yes, I am hip hop, R&B all day, every day. But don't think I don't know. You don't know? I know. I know. Wholeheartedly, I know. And that's what I mean. Like, good music just transcends genre, um, and cultures and all types of stuff. I listen to a little bit of everything. Fun fact, one of my mom's favorite songs. And if she was alive, she'd be like, I can't believe you said that on air. But I'm gonna say it. One of my mom's favorite songs was, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Def Leppard. Pour some sugar on me when I need a little love. I hope I'm about to Google it. I hope I'm correct. Yeah. Child, this is my other side, y'all. That's my other side. Enter the Sandman. Yes. That's my shit. And Alanis Morissette, yeah, 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 I don't know. That song. So I'm a lyrical person. Who else out there like listens to lyrics? I'm a very lyrical person. So if you talking some shit, I'm with it. I'm here for it. And in that song, you ought to know when Alanis Morissette, she was talking her shit in that song. When I tell you she was talking her shit in that song. Uh
We do not own the rights to this video whatsoever. I'm so shocked this is your song. I'm with you.
I
want you to know.
I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. I know the version of me. If she preferred it like me, would she go down on you in?
Man, listen. What does she speak eloquently? And will she have you, baby? I hope she make a really excellent mother. Cause the love that you gave in the bed that was made, and I'm not gonna fade as soon as you close your eyes. No. And every time you scream her name, does she know that you told me you hold me until you die, till you die? But you're still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. Stop it. I kill it in karaoke. Stop it. That's one of my karaoke go-tos. Freaking love that song. Freaking love that song. Because I love in your bag music. You can't tell me that's not in your bag music. Like, she said, and every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Man, listen. Words would get me every time. Beyonce got me a couple of times with her words. But my favorite Beyonce song, where the words just makes me cry sometimes, honestly, is her song, I was here. I don't think I ever seen the video. Come on, baby, come on, get it on. Living like a vamp, like a video champ. Demolition woman, can I be your leg? Yeah. Gotta please a little, kiss a little, tease a little more. Easy operating, so they're knocking on my door. Sometime, anytime, sugar be sweet. Wow. Wow. My mom would have been going off right now. Completely off the hinges. I love it. I love it. I'm like a human jukebox. Let me tell you something. I remember I was like about maybe 10 years old, right? And me and my mom was in a cab, not an Uber, a cab in New York where you had to call like 718-555-5555. Like, and the cab driver, he's playing music or he was playing the radio or whatever. I think I sang like 3 songs, right? And he was like, you know every song on the radio? I was like, no. And he was like, I'm gonna trip you up. So then he went to the rock station, sang 3 songs off of there. He was like, no, hold up. It's like, you even know rock. So then he switched to the country station. I sang 3 songs off. I sang like 3-4 songs off of there. He was like, what are you, some kind of prodigy? I was like, no, I just love music. I just love music. I really just love music. Hence why I am a singer-songwriter. I just love music. But yeah, Beyonce's song, I Was Here. That song, I think every artist, whether it's music, whether it's not even artists, but anybody who's passionate about something. Do I take requests? Would love to have Diana Ross. Okay, can I tell you my funny story about Diana Ross? Wait, let me finish my thought. When you get a chance, listen to Beyonce, I Was Here. Anybody who's passionate about something and like know that they can't live without doing it. Like I can't live without singing and writing. Even if I didn't do it publicly anymore, I don't think that I would be able to stop doing it. And when I do these things, like my kids will be able to go back and watch stuff like Had to Do It and things like that. Oh my gosh, yes, this is it. This song puts me in my feels.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that and something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget I was here.
I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted. It was all that I thought it would be. I would leave my mark so everyone would know I was here. Oh my gosh. Enough said because I'm gonna get emotional. I love that song. I'm gonna get emotional. But Diana Ross, here's my funny story about Diana Ross. So when I was growing up, right? When I was little in the 80s, Diana Ross was the shit, right? Absolutely the shit. Upside Down, You Turn to Me. She had that album where she was in a bathing suit and you open up the whole album and it's her full body bathing suit. Like she was killing it. And my mom's favorite movie was 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton. So we was watching 9 to 5 all the time. Like anytime it came on TV, she would rent it or from the video store or whatever. This and the other. So my imaginary friends was Dolly Parton and Diana Ross. I used to pretend that we went to the movies. I used to pretend that we went for dinner and we was hanging out in my room or whatever. Maybe that's why I'm a diva, because I hung out with divas as a child. But Diana Ross, Diana Ross, Diana Ross. Upside down, you turning me. No. Ah!
I said upside
down, you're turning me. You give love instinctively. Round and round, you turn me.
Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round, upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out and round.
Instinctively, you gave to me the love that I needed. I cherish the moments with you. Respectfully, I say to thee, I'm aware that you're cheating, but no one makes me feel like you do. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round, upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out and round and round. Yes, Miss Ross. And what is she like? 80? And she looks freaking amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but some of this new generation be looking rough. She's 80. She might be more than 80, but we're going to stop at 80. She looks freaking amazing. She's still every bit of the diva that she used to be. Every bit of the diva that she used to be. For my birthday 2 years ago, I had my Janet Jackson moment. Yes, yes. It's so many memories, Walter. So many memories. And this just takes me back to music is posed for back in the days to now. Like I learned to sing by what I heard on the radio, from what my mom played in the house, and this and other. So I didn't have my first. I was in my 40s when I had my first singing lesson. So just to give it perspective, because I was doing music way before my 40s, right? So I don't see any singers these days that people could look up to or use to practice. Like I had Diana, I had Whitney, I had like so many different flavors of singing. And like in my head, my voice has chambers, right? So it's like for the different styles, I have to tap into different chambers of my voice. I had Tony when I wanted to learn how to sing in the lower register. I studied Tony Braxton. Oh my gosh, she got this song, Best Friend. Oh, I remember on the 4th of July. And that's when I knew it was true. The stories of taboo. How could you do it if your love was true and still want to be in my life and make the sacrifice? I still don't think I get as low as she do, but that's what I got. But anyway, there's no who these days that just came out these days. Like, okay, you could try Beyonce, but there's singers that outblow Beyonce because I feel like Christina Aguilera outblows Beyonce, and I feel like Christina Aguilera is more at my era. Um, because she definitely outblows Beyonce. Um, Jessie J is a beast, and she needs to do more. She needs to freaking do more. She got this song called Mama Knows Best. If you ever get the chance, I'm sorry if that screeched your ears because I know this mic is very sensitive. Can I do Cardi? Ooh, oh, that says Carol. Carol. I gotta look closely. Oh, Cardi? You want me to do Cardi? Cardi? Um, Little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these are bloody shoes. Oh, I tickled myself. Actually, I think I like the song Money better, but I'm not that big. It's a car, but her first album had some bangers though. Her first album really did have some bangers. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, um, there was Money, there was Be Careful with Me. Yeah, that was a big tune. Um, what was the first one she did with Kalani? Oh, You Don't Call Me Anymore or something like that. Oh gosh, yeah. Give me some '90s hip hop. I could definitely recite some '90s hip hop. Uh, Little Kim fan here. Yes, yes.
Bills flip like 10 car wheels, cold ass bitch. I give raw chills, 10 different looks, and my lips so kill. I kiss him in the mouth, I feel all grills. Heat in the car, that's wheels on wheels. Woo! I was born to flex, yes. Diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets, I like more than sex. But nothing in this world that I like more than checks. Money. All I really wanna see is the money. I don't really need a
Money, money. Give me the money. Oh my goodness. Y'all only got 1 minute left. Probably like 30 seconds now. So thank you for tuning in with me and indulging in my silliness. And I'm gonna be back at 11 o'clock on DC show. So y'all gonna get a double dose of Drea this weekend. So come back, check us out at about 11 o'clock. I'm gonna be back with some more shenanigans with DC. And as always, desire to inspire before you expire. And motherfuckers, I'm out.